and we just gonna have a conversation. Welcome to my channel. Some of you may be like, "Who are you?" My name is Infamous Kiki. I've been in the Wall Street Journal. I'm an award-winning artist. There's some of my artwork, some of my artwork, some of my artwork. I'm an award-winning artist. Um, I've been in the Wall Street Journal. I've been on various podcasts, internet, and things like that. And what I do on my channel, I used to cover reality shows, and I think I'm going to get back to that. But as of right now, y'all, we're just having conversations about whatever topics that are in the news or whatever stirs me or whatever grinds my gears. And what I do here, we just have a conversation. Like you know, I don't have like a set format or everything. I just have a conversation like I'm talking to y'all, like we're friends. And so we're having a conversation today. If you know by the title, this is a tale of a spooky tale of deception, ghosting, and dating apps. Now, for those of you who do not know what ghosting is, okay, let me tell you something. For those of you the uninitiated, like I said, I'm trying to cook at the same time, so y'all see me moving around a lot. We're just having a conversation. For those of you who don't know what ghosting is the habit of people talking to you on the internet through a dating app or from a dating app, and then they just disappear. And so you be like, "What happened to this person?" And then they gone. "Oh, my bread is moldy. Oh, my bread is moldy, y'all. Well, dang. I guess no pizza today. I was gonna make some pizza out this bread, but it's now moldy. Fresh bread don't last a long time, and I started eating fresh bread because regular bread is disgusting. Anyway, throw that away. Move on. So I guess I'm not cooking today. Well, I'm not cooking that. Um, but anyway, what I was going to say, ghosting is the habit of talking to somebody online and then you just disappear. You either block the person or you just stop talking to them or whatever it may be. Trying to find something else I want to cook for my kids and I have no idea. So I'm going to keep the stove on and I'm going to make me something to eat instead. This is what I'm making, y'all. I'm making Parmesan cheese zucchini tots. That's what I eat. I eat low carb. Anyway, so that's what it is. So you may have heard the term. You may have seen videos of people talk about it. It has happened to me several times, but this one in particular time is different. Now I have messaged people and they just kind of disappear, and that's fine because you just message them. But I'm gonna tell you the tale of being ghosted by somebody that I actually met in person. And then I went on a date with, and then and this has happened recently. This is not a long time ago. This has actually happened 3 weeks ago. Well, sit back, relax, and let me tell you. Let gather around, kids. Let Kiki tell you the tale. So there's a dating app called Stir, which is owned by Tinder, and it is for supposedly for single parents, right? Right. You may have not heard of it. I don't know how long it's been around, but it hasn't been around that long. Okay. I'm gonna stop moving in a minute. I just have to get my computer. Ooh, stuff is falling on the ground. Ooh. But it's called Stir. So I didn't sign up for Stir. Like I said in my other video that I posted earlier, I didn't sign up for Stir. I signed up for Tinder, but they are like, well, since you reference that you're a parent, we started this new thing and we just transferred your profile over to Stir. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I went on Stir and whatever, and I added a few more extra pictures and you can tweak your profile. So if y'all don't know about Stir and you're a single parent looking for somebody, it's an okay app. It's very low tech. It's not as fancy as Bumble or Hinge or Tinder, but it's a swipe left, swipe right kind of thing, right? But it's supposed to be only for single parents. And there's some people on there that, for some strange reason, are in there that don't have kids. But it's primarily for single parents. So I guess because single parents know how it is to be single, so we be like, ooh, single parent. And there's some people who are single parents only want to date somebody with kids. Um, so that's a thing. So this guy, let's make a long story short. This guy messaged me on there. I won't say his name, but he messaged me on there, and back in late August, and he just kept messaging back and forth like every other day. I'd get a message from him, and I didn't think nothing about it. I was just getting, we were just messaging each other back and forth. So finally, after like 3, 4 weeks or a month, this dude finally asked me for my phone number. So I gave him my number, and then he text messaged me like the next day. And so we started text messaging back and forth pretty heavily. Like he was text messaging me all day from work, and then me all day from work, and we're text message each other pretty heavily. And then eventually, after a couple of days, he's like, "Okay, I'll call you on the telephone." We talked on the telephone until like 1 o'clock in the morning. So we talked and text late into the night. So after a week or so of this, we're like, we should meet in person. After 2 weeks of us messaging back and forth and talking heavily, I'm like, okay, we need to meet in person. So it was about Monday. Come the weekend, we were going to meet during the weekend. So I'm just trying to give you guys all the details and then you guys can come to your own conclusions because so we were supposed to meet on Saturday, and then come around Thursday or Friday, he's like, "Oh," because he first of all, the guy told me that he was divorced and he had like one, two, three, four, 5 or 6 kids, and he's divorced. And because on his profile it said separated. Listen, his profile said separated. I said, "Well, your profile says separated. Are you separated or are you divorced?" He's like, "Oh, well, yeah, it says separated when I set up the profile, but I'm actually divorced now." I was like, "Oh, okay, great," because I don't mess with separated dudes. I had an experience where I messed with a separated dude, and it turns out that he was still living with the chick. And that was years ago. So I was like, "Oh, okay, great." He said he was divorced, and he said that he's divorced. He has 2 daughters that are in college, and he has 3 kids at home who are under the age, and 1 daughter that's a teenager, and 2 smaller children. So he said he was divorced. So I was like, okay, great. So like I said, after us talking off of the app for 2 weeks, we decided to meet on that Saturday. Come closer to Saturday, he's like, "Oh, it's my son's birthday party, and my ex-wife decided to have a birthday party, and she didn't tell me until the last moment, so we can't meet on Saturday." I said, "Great." I said, "Well, maybe we can meet on Sunday." So we decided to meet Sunday. So we go, I get all dressed up. I'm looking good. I got my freaking dress on. Not really, but I was looking good. I was looking really good that day. And we decided to have a 2-part date, which was his decision, not mine. I just wanted us to just meet somewhere simple because that's what I normally do because I get nervous meeting people typically. So I I was like, okay, 2-part date. So we go to this wine bar, he decided, and after that, we're going to go to this restaurant. So we meet at this wine bar and we do a wine tasting, and that was fun because I never did it before. And then we go out to get something to eat, and everything is going good. Everything is going well. And then once we're done eating, we walk around a little bit just to take in the sights. And they had new things coming up for November, and he was like, "We should come and do this when this opens, and we should come and do that." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And we sat in his car and talked until midnight. Like the date was over at 10 o'clock, and we sat in his car and talked and laughed until midnight. And then after that, we had to go. I had to get home to my kids. He had to get home to his kids. And then when I got home, I text messaged him, and he was like, "You're so sexy. You're so beautiful." Da 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 da. And he text messaged me until it was time for him to go to bed. And we went to bed way too late at 2 o'clock in the morning. Next day, we're texting and talking. He was telling me he had to go to this conference for work, and then everything's fine. Come Wednesday, I'm used to him text messages me in the morning saying good morning and blah blah blah. And then come Wednesday, it's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and I'm like, I haven't heard from him. So I sent a message. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm sick. I stayed home from the conference. I'm sick." I'm like, "Okay." So he's like, "I'll call you. I'm going to the doctor. I'll call you tonight." So he called me that night. He sounded sick. He was really sick. So this is Wednesday. From the most of the week on, I'm still talking to him or whatever. We're still texting everything, but not like before because he said he's sick. Come the following week, he was telling me, even before he got sick, he was telling me that he's one of these dudes, one of these people that stay sick a long time. I understand that. When I get sick, I have respiratory issues. I stay sick a long, long time, right? I stay sick a long time. So he was saying that he stays sick a long time too. So the following comes, and we're still talking, and I'm talking to him, or whatever, yada yada yada. Um, and we're sorry, y'all. I had to check my Amazon package status. So we're talking and everything, and then I noticed like we're not as talking much as we used to. And I'm like, is it because he's sick? And I don't know. So I'm telling my friend, I'm like, I don't know what to really think at this point because he's been sick a week and a half, but I know that that happens. So you know, me being blunt, I sent him a message and I was like, look, dude, like we went from talking all the time to less, and I know you're sick and everything, but it's been a whole week since you've been sick, and it's been a week and a half since our date. And I'm like, look, if you don't want to talk to me, using this as an excuse to not to talk to me anymore, then just come out and say it. You don't have to give me no explanation. This is exactly what I said. You don't have to give me no explanation. You just be like, okay, Tisha, we done here. And then that's it. He responds immediately. No, 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 that's not it. Da, 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 da. You know, I'm just sick and I still really like you and everything. And I was like, okay, cool. So 3 or 4 days go by, and as time goes by, I'm like, I noticed that I'm the one that always has to initiate the text. And I'm like, is everything okay? Like, oh, I'm still sick, but I'm 75% better. Okay. Couple more days go by. I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop reaching out to him. I'm gonna let him reach out to me. I'm just not gonna text him. One day go by, I didn't hear from him. Day two go by, didn't hear from him. So at this point in time, he's been sick for 2 weeks now. Okay. So again, I sent him another message and I said, look, again, if you do not want to talk to me, then that's fine. You just have to tell me. And he responds back, well, why do you say that? I said, because for the past 3 or 4 days, I'm the one that's always having to reach out to you. Like I'm always having to initiate. And I said, I'm not the type of person that puts in all this effort and then the effort has to be reciprocated. I know you're sick, but you can at least communicate with me because again, I had a relationship where I dealt with somebody who was very neglectful. So for me, it's kind of like a trigger. And I said it, you know, and I sent him a text message in a nice way possible. I said, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm being sensitive to people going through things. Hey, girl, maybe he was in iron lung. GSP, shut up, girl. Girl, girl, shut up. She talking about this mofo was in an iron lung. And I know he went back and forth to urgent care because he was saying the medication he was having wasn't working or whatever. So I was trying to be sensitive, but I told him yet again, the second time, if you don't want to talk to me, then just let me know and we cool. I'm not one of these people. I'm not a stalker. I'm not a jealous person. I don't question people. I say, you don't owe me any explanation. We not together. We not boyfriend and girlfriend. He comes back saying, no, that's not it. Da, 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 da. I said, okay. But I told him, I said, the issue is that I'm always having to reach out to you. And he was like, well, yeah, because I've been sick and that's, and, but that's it. Da, 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 da. So I said, you know what? I ain't falling for the okey doke. Y'all know me. Y'all, if you don't know me, you will know me that I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna text Mr. Rich and reach out. Another 2 days go by, I don't hear from him for 2 days. Come Saturday, I'm a little full. I went out, you know, I was drinking a little bit full, and I wasn't rude, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't believe him. Like I don't believe you. So I went out and I was, you know, I was with my sister-in-law. We drinking, and then, you know, I got some really bad news that I won't get into right now, but it's personal things that I can't really say on the internet. But I got some really bad news about somebody that I love and found out that they're very sick. So I was devastated. So I'm full, you know, I'm feeling a little ticked off or whatever. So I messaged this dude back and I'm like, hey, and he text messaged me right back talking about, hey, what's up, da da da. And I told him that I found out that this person has cancer or whatever, da da da. And I said, I just, you know, I feel frustrated and a little angry. And I said, I'm kind of angry at you because I haven't heard from you in 2 days. What is going on? Like I told him straight up in this text message, I said, we had a really good date. We had a really good time. And he shot back saying, yeah, we did have a date. We had a really good time. We clicked. Everything was going good. So I had no idea. And I told him, I said, I don't know what happened. He was like, well, it's because I've been sick. And I was like, well, I said, I lost my mom in April. This other person is sick and I feel like they have stage 4 cancer. And so, you know, I'm feeling emotional. I'm still emotional about it. You know, and I said, you know, I ended my relationship. So, you know, I said, you know, this guy, and now here I am, you know, thinking I'm starting something with you. And then, you know, it's kind of feels like you don't want to talk to me. And he was like, well, why do you think that? I said, because I have to reach out to you all the time. So then he proceeds to try to gaslight me. I'm not the one. I'm dude. And I told dude, like he's trying to tell me like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. And I have to always text you first. Then, but I text you right back. Yeah, but I'm always having to reach out before. Then I went a whole 1 or 2 days, and then I didn't even hear from you. baby, don't try to gaslight me and be like, well, that's not my intention and da 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 da. Here we go. I said, look, dude, again for the third time now, y'all people, third time, I tell this dude, if you don't want to talk to me, let me know. That's all you have to do. But I said, I do not have time for games and shenanigans. And I said it in the most polite way that I could. I said, you're grown, I'm grown. I'm going through some things. I've lost some people in my life this past year. And so I'm not trying to get my feelings involved in anything. And I said, it's no big deal if you don't want to talk to me anymore. It's no muss, no fuss, no foul, and anything. Like it's not that serious for me. I said, we've only met once. It's not that serious. And he was like, well, no, you shouldn't feel like you lost everything. You have me. Y'all, this is a quote. He's like, well, you have me and you have your kids and you have your friends. I said, but I don't have you when I said, dude, I barely talked to you in the past 4 days. And once again, he was like, it's because I've been sick, blah, 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 blah. So we talked until like 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go to bed. Okay. Again, this dude, yes, he told me, well, yeah, but Keisha, you have me. I'm in your life. No, you're not. I was like, I barely even talked to you. I said, with all due respect, I barely even talked to you. Yes, you can text while you sick. I said, I haven't heard from you. I said, when I don't text you, I don't hear from you. If I do text you, he's like, but I reply right back. Yeah, but why is it that we went from talking every day, all day to now it's nothing? I understand, you sick or whatever, and you tell me you 75% well, and then all of a sudden I don't hear from you for a day or two here and there. I said, dude, I'm not born last night, but he assured me that everything was fine and you're my dream girl. Yes, this is what this man is telling me. Okay, that was on a Saturday. Come Sunday, I don't hear from him. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna text him. Come Sunday, hear from him. Come Monday, I don't hear from him. Last Tuesday, I sent him a message. I said, hello, what's going on? No response. Wednesday, I said, well, maybe I didn't miss the message. Wednesday, I sent him a message. I said, hello, what's going on? Where are you? Da 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 da. No response. I have not heard from this guy since. That was a week ago. So y'all tell me what y'all think was going on. My theory is that when he told me that he was separated, he was not separated. I don't think for one. I mean, he told me he was divorced. I don't think he was divorced. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it because so I have not heard from dude. I'm not gonna text him. I have not heard from him. Like I said, I went on a good date with this dude. I was attracted to this dude. All of that, and I haven't heard from him since. Yeah, GSP says she thinks it. Yes, I think that him and his wife may have been separated, and maybe when we were texting each other back and forth, and he was calling me, that maybe she was out of the house, or maybe it was a trial separation, or I don't know what it is, but now since I have not heard from him in a whole week, and I do think he was married. I do think he was married. I think he was lying about being divorced, and and I think he was married. And like I said, I haven't heard from the guy, nothing. So we went on one spectacular date. Nothing popped off of the date for y'all. Got dirty minds. Nothing happened on the date. Okay, y'all. I didn't give him the cookie. Y'all stop. Okay, because I know some of y'all thinking, well, did she give him the cookie or what? But no, I did not give him the cookie. um, yeah, and he has so many kids with this woman. He makes good money. Like I know what job he works, and he does work there because there's a his name is online. So but I don't know how much money he works, but he works for like a city in Texas. But he makes good money. Like he was telling me, like his education, and he makes good money, and he works for the city, and he makes good money. So, but I don't know what having. He has two daughters in college, and then he has you know two little kids at home with a 16-year-old, and so it's cheaper to keep her, right, GSP. So that's my ghost file. So yeah, what do y'all think about that? That's my ghost file, case one. I have plenty of cases, but all in all, like I really like this guy. I was feeling this dude, all of this, and then I haven't talked to him at all. He hasn't text messaged me, and so I just chalked it up to the game and kept the change and written it off. So these are the shenanigans that's going on. GSP said, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry too, because like again, I really like this guy. It is hard for me to really like somebody. It is hard for me to really find somebody that I really like and I click and then we can actually talk and this person likes to conversate. Because as y'all know, I have a YouTube channel. I like to talk. My mom used to talk. My mom, may she rest in peace, used to call me the talker because I like to talk. And I can't be with a man that doesn't know how to communicate. And he was very communicative and talkative and like I said, we went on a date. It was fun. One of the best dates I've had in a long time. It was up there with the first date I had with my ex, which is one day I'll tell y'all the story of the date I had with my ex. But so that's my ghost file. I don't know. Oh, you fell in love with a guy. He was getting divorced and separated. That never happened. He lied. Yeah, I tell the other story about I was dating this dude. I met this dude on a dating app, and we were talking, and it turned out he was still living with his wife. I mean, he said they were separated and they getting a divorce, but I'm just like, what? He was still living with her. They were living in the same house. Because I was like, why can't I come over your house? Da, 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 da. Baby, he was still married, and he didn't lie. They really was getting a divorce, but I don't want to be with anybody. Like, let me say this: I don't want to be with anybody who just got a divorce, who's separated. I don't want to be with somebody like that. I want somebody who you've been divorced, you've been separated, you've gotten over this person. I don't want to be the rebound person. Um, I don't want to be the rebound chick. I don't expect anybody to be my rebound, and I don't want to be their rebound. I'm thoroughly over anything that happened between me and my ex. Like, I'm over that. Oh, your husband's living in Austin, Texas with his girlfriend. Oh my God, girl. I can't deal with these men. Like, you know, and even though my ex loves me and my ex, I don't know what my ex needs to sort out his life. But, my ex, I could go back to my ex and just be miserable because when I was with my ex, I was miserable, and so I don't, I'd rather be by myself than be alone in a relationship. And I'm sure in the hell is not going to be played by one of these dudes off these dating apps. That's for sure not going to happen. Again, and I told that dude too. I said, look, I've been on these dating apps off and on for 9 years. I'm an OG at this point. OG, real deal. I didn't been across all kinds of dudes. I didn't deal with all kinds of things. I didn't had dudes tell me all kinds of. I didn't have wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, kids. I didn't have all kinds of people text message me talking about why are you talking to my boyfriend? Why are you talking to my daddy? Why are you talking? This is his wife. This is his boyfriend. Yes, I had it. In my last video. Yes, indeed, y'all. Yes, I had a boyfriend call me talking about why you talking to my man. Baby, your man talking to me, and he on dating apps. He probably talking to a bunch of other chicks or in men. So I told the dude, look, man, you can't pull nothing over on me because I have been through it. So the idea, yes, boyfriend, the idea that you want to sit up here and lie to me, I'm like, look, if there's a situation going on in your home, you don't owe me no explanation. You just got to tell me Keisha's not going to work and I'm gone. But the fact that I asked twice, 3 times really, telling this man, you can be honest with me, you can tell me the truth, and have him come back and be like, no, that's not it. Da, 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 da. And then in the end, this motherfucker took off and disappeared. Child, boy, I tell these men folks, boy, bye. After me giving you an opportunity to just be honest with me and be like, and be honest with yourself and be like, maybe he was getting back with the wife. I don't know. But either way, he could have been honest with me because, again, I know he was sick because he called me and he sounded sick, but something else was going on. Nobody can tell me that something else was not going on with this man. Something else was going on in the background. And he didn't want to tell me because he probably calling you from the bathroom, calling, girl, who you telling? He probably calling me, right. I don't even know where he was calling me from. It could have been the bathroom closet. It could have been in his car. It could have been after work. It could have been in his office. I don't know where he was calling me from. Because again, with these jokers online, you don't know what you finna get. You don't know what situation you finna run up in. or you may end up finding yourself in some situation. But the fact that he would try to drag this on and drag this on and drag this on for 2 weeks, I'd be like, dude, just tell me you don't want to fuck with me no more. We good. Like, that's what annoyed me, because if somebody is calling me out on my shit, if somebody's like, look, Keisha, I can tell that, you ain't really feeling me. You ain't really calling me like you used to. I know something's going on. I'm be like, you know what, bet that. All right. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna drag things on and drag things on and drag things on. I'm just gonna be honest and be real and be like, you know what? I should tell this person the truth. I should let this person know. I just tell them, like, I can't really do this. I can't really date her because I might get back with my ex. If I ever felt like I was gonna get back with my ex and I was going on a date and somebody really was interested in me and I wanted to go back to my ex, I would tell them, look, I'm going back to my ex. It would just be that simple. Like, I wouldn't string somebody along for 2, 3 weeks and be like, I'm sick. I'm sure he was sick at one time, but I'm sure after a week or so, like I said, I don't know what the situation was. I don't know if the ex-wife was coming over and helping take care of him while he was sick, and then maybe something happened and they decided to get back together. That's another theory I've heard, that maybe he was sick, and well, I knew he was sick because he called me, and he was sick, and maybe the ex-wife was coming over and take care of him and the kids, and maybe they just decided to kind of get back together, and I don't know. But from what he was telling me, him and the ex-wife had been back and forth. Him and the so-called ex-wife was back and forth a few times. That they had separated at least 3 or 4 times. So again, I don't know if they was really divorced or if he was divorced and she was coming around and maybe they decided to get back together. But again, instead of being honest with me, he decided to string me along. So therefore, I can't do it. Like, to me, even if the dude, and I promise you, y'all mark y'all motherfucking calendars right now. I promise y'all that motherfucker probably gonna text me in about a week or two after Thanksgiving is over. Him and wifey get into it because they used to fight all the time. I promise you, he gonna be text messaging Kiki talking about, hey, what you doing? Cause they all motherfucking do. My ex do the same shit. He text messages me and be like, I love you and I miss you. My other ex, he married with 4 kids. He text messaged me the other day. I don't know why. Then my other ex, who supposedly just broke up with his girlfriend or whatever, he text messaged me the other day. It's like the ghost of Christmas past. Like, these dudes will come back out the woodwork like fucking cockroaches, y'all. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. They will come out the woodwork and be like, oh, we see you single on Facebook. Here we come, girl. They crawling out. They got little feeling like motherfucking cockroaches. I'm telling you, they all done came out the woodwork. Once they knew I was single, here they come. Here they come. And I'm like, I don't have time to be dealing with. I don't have time to be caught up in no shenanigans and no drama. I don't want no wife calling me. I don't want nobody calling me talking about why you with my man. And like I said, I text messaged dude last week twice. He never responded. So I give up. I'm just like, I chalk that up to the game and keep the change. So, I don't know. If y'all have similar experiences, go. I'm gonna post this video on Wednesday. Y'all put it in the comments. Y'all have similar experiences. Again, this is not my only experience with being ghosted, but this one is just happened to me recently, and this one is the most egregious. You probably ended up falling in love and marrying a neighbor. I doubt it, honey. Where I live, all the neighbors have girlfriends or wives that somebody living with them. My other neighbor over there, he got a rebel flag on his fucking house, so no, sir. My other neighbor, it's a black woman. She's single. And then my neighbor across the street, he got a wife. I don't talk to my neighbors. I just see them. But I'm not a friendly person. I'm an introvert, so I stick to myself mostly. I work from home. I stick to myself. I go out, with my sister-in-law. We go out. We have a good time. We go kick up a little dust here and there. I went to this weekend. I went out to a bar and watched a live show. This guy invited me to a live show, and I'll post a video about that because I met him online too, and he wasn't my type, so I haven't heard from him since, and which is fine because we kind of both knew that there was like no chemistry there at all. So I mean, he wasn't really my type, but I like to go out. I like to have a good time. And somebody invited me to go watch them sing, and so I will do it. But the idea of me meeting somebody out is so few and far between. I've never met anybody out anywhere. I've always met them online. Like I said before, I met my late husband on Lava Life, which is a phone um, dating phone. Before they had dating apps, they had phone lines. They had like party lines, y'all. And so that's my story. I hope y'all got a kick out of that because I did. And like I said, it's no big deal. We went on a date. It wasn't like we gonna be together, and it wasn't even that serious. And then the fact that he couldn't be honest with me kind of ticked me off. So make sure y'all like this video. And like I said, this video will post on Wednesday, even though it's live. But I have a scheduled post on Wednesday to replay. And y'all, I'm keep trying. I'm gonna do more of these videos talking about the things that I've experienced. Because like I said, this ain't the only time I've been ghosted, but it's just been, I was supposed to meet somebody next week, and then they called me and talking about my stomach hurt. Like, have a blessed day, y'all too. Y'all have a really good day. I'm finna go cook these zucchini tots so I can give me something to eat and go back to work.